Hey everyone, Eric Rock here, Spiritual Catalyst, where we're going to clear our ear chakras and clear our eyes, and which will simultaneously clear the third eye. So our ears receive so much energy. You know, when we were growing up, if you saw or heard your parents fight, or one of your parents or siblings, or a schoolmate, a teacher, said, like, put you down in some way, said something to you that hurt you, and you kind of internalize that, this creates blockages in the ear chakras. And then what happens is those blockages transform into negative self-talk, limiting beliefs, lack beliefs, negative commentary, and it kind of plays on a loop. And the reason that's happening is not to drive us crazy. It's actually so that we can become aware of the negative self-talk and the energetic blockages that have come into the ears that we've taken on, so that we can heal it, resolve it, transmute it, alchemize it, release it. There was a time where I had so much negative self-talk going on. Like, I remember 2008 was a huge awakening year for me. And I became so aware of the negative self-talk, the negative commentary, the negative beliefs that were going on in my mind, because the ear chakras, we take on so much. We hear things, right? We hear things in music. We hear things as we watch movies or TV shows, things that we overhear. You know, there's so much as children that we overheard our parents talking about money and talking about all sorts of things. And it tends to really get trapped in the ear chakras. And then it can, not only with the negative self-talk, it can dissipate our ability to hear clearly, So, you know, we take on a lot of distortion especially as a child, but all throughout our lives, okay? The energy then creates negative self-talk, limitation, all of that. But it also creates a distortion where when someone speaks to us, and if we have a lot of negativity trapped in the ears, we tend to not hear clearly what the person is saying. And it comes through our filters of distortion. And we often will take what the person said and invert it in such a way that we perceive it and translate it as negative. Crazy, right? So when we clear our ear chakras, we start to hear people clearly. The negative self-talk, the inner negative dialogue begins to dissipate. And our ability to hear messages, our clairaudience, becomes very powerful, connected, attuned, and we begin to hear stuff from our spirit guides, our God team, our angels, which is awesome, right? Because then we feel supported by the universe, and we begin to experience being led, guided, and directed by higher powers that love us and want to see us experiencing our highest destiny life. And they whisper little messages to us to guide us along the way, okay? So we're going to clear the ear chakras, and we're also going to clear our physical eyes, which connect into the third eye. We see a lot of stuff that's horrific. traumatizing. Whether we have seen our parents fight, we've seen an animal that's dead on the side of the street, we've seen death, we've seen destruction, we've seen violence, we've seen things that are painful. And when we see these things, the energy comes right in. It affects our eyes, our third eye, and it also affects the entire face. And when we've seen enough things that are painful and we don't know how to deal, we can start to have TMJ in the jaw, clenching the teeth at night. Third eye can shut down so that our capacity to see things clearly is distorted. So we can, if you line up 12 different people and everyone watches the same movie, seeing that movie is going to come through their filters, and everyone will very much have different experiences, different perceptions of what they heard, what they saw, and how they respond to what they heard and what they saw. So again, a lot of distortion can happen here. Then we don't always see things clearly. We see it through a filter of distortion. Often we will, if there's negative energy in this area or limiting or lower vibrational energy, we tend to spin things in a negative way. And, none of this is serving us in creating and living the life that we desire, right? And it's also painful when we're living in that place of distortion. It's painful and it creates suffering. So we're going to do something about this today. And I'm actually going to teach you a way so you can clear your own. Okay? What else do I want to share? So you've heard the phrases, turn a blind eye, turn a deaf ear. Like when there's things going on and we don't want to see it, we don't want to hear it, we take on energetic density. And it affects us. It affects our lives. It affects how we interact with life, how we interact in our relationships, how we interact with our coworkers, our ability to connect with the light. So, just a little bit about these areas. So I want to teach you something. It's super easy. So I want you to take your hands, clap them together, rub them together. This activates our hand chakras. And then bring them apart. And I want you to see, feel, allow, imagine the most highest, pristine, immaculate, radiating, vibrating, brilliant white golden light descending from the heavens, and almost like lightning bolts. They're going to connect with your hand chakras, with your hands. So almost like lightning striking. And then I want you to see, feel, allow, imagine that within your hands, you're holding two spheres of this amazing white golden light. And this white golden light is clearing, it's healing. You can transform it into a fire. I like to call it holy fire, if that feels good to you. And for the purposes of, doing this practice, you can call down and invoke any other color frequencies that you feel would be helpful for you today, like emerald green, violet, indigo, pink, because the green is healing, the indigo is a super high frequency spiritual energy, the pink is bringing in the energy of unconditional love. So just see these like two spheres of amazing light. And you can start to feel the pulsations and vibrations within your palms. These spheres of light may start to spin. Might spin slow, it might spin so fast that it's like it's a whirl. And I want you to bring your hands up to your ears, not touching, like 2 to 8 inches from your ears. And I want you to blast your ear chakras. So see the energy like you're a superhero. It's the best way I can think of it. It's like you're bringing the light into your ear chakras and you're intending that it clears all energetic density. It clears all energies that you've taken on from the past up until this perfect now moment. Anything that you heard that was hurtful, painful, anything you empathically took on from others, whether it's yours or not yours, all the times you heard violent interactions, all the times you were put down, all the times that you were trying to share your feelings or your experience and you were shut down, shunned, blamed, made fun of. All the times that maybe you were told you'll never amount to anything. You can't do that. You're not smart enough. Take all of that and we're clearing it away, and you might want to start to just like move your hands around. The energy going into your ears also goes into your jaw, your sinuses. Releasing everything that no longer serves. Clearing your clairaudience points so that you can begin to hear the messages that your angels, spirit guides, God team wish to share with you that will help guide you in your life. So the energy is not only clearing that which you've overheard from the past, but it's also replacing the energy with clarity, with truth. So that we hear things clearly and truthfully, not through coming through filters of distortion. So we ask that the clearing and healing of our ear chakras continues until it reaches its very fullest and highest completion with ease, speed, and grace in the most loving, highest destiny way possible. Please and thank you. And now we're going to take our hands and bring it up over our eyes, not touching, 2 to 8 inches from our eyes. And again, we're intending that anything we've seen that was painful, that was negative, that was low vibrational, that was traumatizing. Anytime, for all the times we haven't wanted to see the truth, that we turned a blind eye. So again, clearing the eyes and the third eye chakra. And while the energy is clearing, it's bringing in healing energy and replacing it, again, with truth, with clarity, with certainty. or the ability to be able to see things as they are. Not going through filters of distortion, trauma, pain, woundedness. You may begin to do some like circles in the third eye area, the eye area. Because this area, it's about seeing and not seeing. So when we don't want to see clearly, it's almost like blinders come up, and it can give us nearsightedness, farsightedness. It affects our vision. In about another 30 seconds, we'll work on this area. And again, asking that this clearing and healing continue until it's reached its very fullest and highest completion with ease, speed, and grace in the most loving, highest destiny way possible, please and thank you. So we can take our hands and just shake them and let any residual energy go down into Mother Earth to be transformed and alchemized. Okay, so notice what you notice. Like, has your vision changed? Do colors seem brighter? As you look at things, are they perhaps more crisp? There can be like a bit of a lag time because, you know, we're in these bodies and it's a little denser to fully and completely receive the healing. That's why I set the intention for it to continue until it's reached its fullest and highest completion. You may experience some echoes of old things you've seen, echoes of things you've heard. Understand what's happening, which is that is energy lifting up and out of you to be released. So don't follow it or attach to it and bring it back in. Just observe and like, thank you. Like you're leaving. Thank you. So notice, like right now, my hearing feels so crisp. And there's an improvement in my eyes. So, and you can use this technique not just on, you know, the eyes and the ears, but on your heart. So just bring your hands together, clap them, and then see these radiant balls of light and bring it to the areas that feel heavy, dense, constricted, that are trying to get your attention, you know, throat, crown, heart, your lower chakras, or if you're experiencing any physical pain in the body, you can do this and bring your hands to those areas. You'll be pretty amazed at how fast and effective this is. So, thank you for being here today, connecting in. If you have any questions, post in the comments below. And if you know someone that could benefit from this, please share it with them. I always appreciate that. So until next time, all of my love, take care.